Hey everyone, today we are playing mono white soldiers. The goal of the deck is to play a bunch of soldiers, shocking, go wide and smash face. It's as simple as that. We are playing this instead of Azorius soldiers just to show you an alternate angle to this deck so that you don't have to spend even more rare wildcards on dual lands. Let's have a look at the deck. So in the one drop, things you know and tolerate from soldiers for Yotian Frontliner and for Recruitment Officer. An interesting inclusion of laydown arms, something you can't play in Azorius, really because you're not playing that many planes, but you can definitely play here, really good. Don't worry about your opponents gaining 3 life, it doesn't really matter in the long term. And then in the 2 drop, because we are not playing Harbin, we don't need to play Resolute Reinforcements. So instead we're playing Guardian of New Benalia. Because we're not playing Sky Strike Officer, it means that we're not drawing cards, so card quality is important, and that's where the Scry 2 comes in. Thalia and Valiant Veteran are of course 4-ofs, they're staples of any good soldier deck. For Siege Veteran, still really good in the format right now. There is still mass removal such as Brotherhood's End and Depopulate, and the Siege Veteran's ability to put 1/1 soldiers onto the field is really good at surviving and continuing to keep the pressure on. Brutal Cathar is just a really good swing in terms of momentum. I think for Brutal Cathar is still correct. People are playing a lot of big creatures right now, like Phyrexian Obliterator, Shieldred, you know, things like that, that we may struggle to deal with laydown arms. Finally, 3 copies of Myrel, simply because if she can survive a turn, she will basically make it almost impossible for our opponents to get back into the game. Don't underestimate the ability where opponents can't cast stuff on our turn. It can really lock up the mid-range decks right now. Finally, in terms of lands, we do play 25 because we do want to hit 5 lands. Simply because we do find ourselves playing Valiant Veteran's ability quite often, but also we play for Mishra's Foundry, and it would be nice to sort of get those in. Lots of go for the throats and mass removal in the format right now, and Mishra's Foundry can basically dodge all that. So that's the deck. Let's get into the games. Okay, going first. No turn 1 play, but we've got some good turn 2 and turn 3 play, so I'm going to keep this. Koth being the profile pick, avatar, usually hints towards mono red, as do the red sleeves, maybe big red. Big red, got it. Okay, cool. I'll play this out now. Eiganjo, interesting. I'll play the Siege Veteran. This is where they definitely use their removal. Fateful Absence is a good card. Fateful Absence is a really good card. Could really do with either a land or a... Oh, asking you shall receive. So a land or a 2-drop was what I was going to ask for. Do this. Down to 15. Opponent might have Depopulate. If they do, we can draw 2 cards. Not draw 2 cards, we get 2 1/1s. Got know your own abilities, Kupo, Jesus. But yeah, that's a win, even if I don't know what my cards do. On to the next one. Okay, opponent's going first. We do have Yotian Frontliner into Valiant Veteran, so I'll keep this. You never know. Brushland. Skrelv. Looks like it is Selesnya. Not a particularly big fan of getting a second Myrel off the top, but I'm not going to worry too much. This could be really bad if my opponent gets something like a Venerated Rock Priest. We will be in for a world of hurt. There we go. Okay. Looks like they have Tyvar's Stand. That screams Tyvar's Stand. No. Okay. Annex Sentry. Amazing. Now is the time to get something like Laydown Arms. Siege Veteran also works. No attacks, pass the turn. Now, the good thing about Yotian Frontliner, the reason why I'm not attacking, Yotian Frontliner is an artifact. So, he can actually block. So I am going to block here. There we go. Get a 1/1. Good stuff. There's a Skrelv's Hive. Okay. My opponent is on 15 and has only given me 1 poison at the moment. Shockingly, no attacks. Next turn, I can unearth this Yotian Frontliner and attack with Myrel. Like, how badly can this go? There's another Annex Sentry. Are you serious? So they're going to get rid of Siege Veteran. They can't target Myrel. They're reading Myrel and wondering why they can't exile her. There we go. And what can I do next turn? I could really do with just drawing any soldier. Any soldier. Protection from white? Yeah, that makes sense. Do I... Yeah, I think I do just block here. Uh-huh. Put our opponent down to 7. I could just play another Myrel, but I won't. I'll end the turn. Opponent down to 6. Charge of the Mites. Yeah, this is not going to end well. I think I have every right to be a bit annoyed, but you know, what can you do at the end of the day? Yeah, we won't block here. Let's see what we can do. I could have played the Mishra's Foundry. In fact, I'll play that now. Cool. No attacks and end the turn. Opponent's on 4. Next turn I can attack with Myrel. I can also attack with Mishra's Foundry. Look at all these things that can't block though. Opponent's only got 2 cards in hand. They can give the Slaughter Singer hexproof and can't block from white. But let's see what they want to do. They don't have Seacore. They do have Mirex. That's slightly annoying. Opponent's really thinking about this. They're on 4, which isn't good for them. Go to blockers. Block here, block here. 2 blockers. I can discard Guardian of New Benalia. Lauren's Escape. Resolves. Hexproof and indestructible. Sure. Does my opponent want to go to damage? Gains Toxic 1. Sure. I will obviously activate this. Ow. Opponent goes up to 7. Jawbone Duelist. Okay. Go to combat. Go to... this is just an artifact creature. Okay. I am just going to attack with Myrel. I will get... Is it just number of soldiers you control? I have 4 soldiers. So I'm going to attack here. Get 5 soldiers. Feeling pretty good. Opponent goes down to 2. End the turn. We're alright. We're doing okay. We can animate a Mishra's Foundry. Squad has to pay mana. Myrel's really taking over the game here, which is kind of what we were looking for. Now, unfortunately, Guardian of New Benalia doesn't do much. Resolve. Animate this. Go to blockers. This can go here. 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 What else have I got left? What's unblocked? 2 things are unblocked. Is everything blocked? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there we go. 10 blockers, then we go to first strike damage. Sure. There we go. Opponent's on 17. Crawling Chorus. Got it. Still doing really well. No reason to do anything other than this. Cool, down to 12. End the turn. Have a might. Wow, I think my opponent threw it away. I don't think they properly did the equations. This can't block, this can't block. Everything else is a 1-1. Pass the blockers. There we go. I think that's correct. They have no cards in hand, right? Nothing can give trample. Yeah, sure. Ow. Resolves. End of turn. I'm gonna use my Valiant Veteran to make a bunch of tokens and... Woohoo! Oh, Myrel. Myrel gets the job done against the fastest deck in the format. Opponent goes first. This is a really quick hand, so Yotian Frontliner into Valiant Veteran into Siege Veteran I will keep. Nice. I'm going to go Plains into... Do I just play Mishra's Foundry on 2? Not anymore, I don't. I should really exile that Quirion Beast Call before things get ugly. Although, I could offer the trade. So I've got a couple of options here. I can either lay down arms the Quirion Beast Caller. It's when it dies, though. So I might just play the... I've got a couple of options. I can lay down arms this turn, or I can play the Valiant Veteran and then next turn do something. No, I think I do just lay down arms. No, I don't think so. There we go. I think that's better. We'll find out if that was a mistake in a bit. Evolving Adaptive, sure. Yeah, no blocks. Down to 16. Another Mishra's Foundry. I can Siege Veteran here, use, and then put the +1/+1 counter on the Valiant Veteran and pass the turn. They've got 3 cards in hand. And Mishra's Foundry needs 2 to become a creature. How low am I willing to go? That's the problem. Yeah, let's put the +1/+1 counter on there. And yeah, I'll attack with the... No, I won't attack with the Veteran. His opponent can then just double block, and then I'm super sad. Yeah, no blocks here. I'll go down to 11 as we get a Recruitment Officer. Excellent. Do this. And then I could go double Siege Veteran here and really begin to put the pressure on. And then if I attack with the Siege Veteran and they double block, I can get rid of the Evolving Adaptive. I don't need to do this. I don't need to attack. I can wait. Okay. We're feeling pretty good at this point. Let's spread it out. Go to attacks. Do I need to do anything? I could attack with Valiant Veteran, they still double block. If I attack with just the Yotian Frontliner, I get 2 1/1s. I could attack with the Siege Veteran as well, and they will double block that. This stalemate does benefit me. Yeah, no, I don't think I'll attack here. I'll end the turn. Opponent plays another land. Activate this ability. Get rid of 4 lands we're going to draw. There's a 5th. We'll play the Mishra's Foundry. Yeah, we'll make this a 2/2. We'll make this a 5/5, a 6/6. I just attack with everything. 9, 11. I think I do, you know. Make this a 7/7. Tear Asunder. Okay, sure. Doesn't change the fact it becomes a 7/7. We'll use the unknown ability of the Mishra's Foundry to give it +2/+2. Yeah, not a problem. I think people genuinely forget about that second ability. Okay, can my opponent deal me 7 damage? Play with fire kills me. Yeah, I think I actually made a mistake there. I looked at myself being at 11, and I know this deck. I know this deck runs Thundering Raiju, right? So at that point, it's like they could easily go Thundering Raiju, Lightning Strike. So I think attacking with everything was actually a mistake there. Definitely should have held some things back. So my gut instinct was correct, but at the end of the day, I think that we could have thought about it a bit more. Okay, opponent going first. This is a really good draw, and we will draw on our first turn. We run 25 lands, so plenty of opportunity to draw an extra land to make this draw even better. Monstrous Swift Spear. Sure. So this Yotian Frontliner will 100% be on defense. Okay. Do I just go no blocks here? Yeah, I think so. No blocks. 16. Could have kind of done with the drawing a land at this point, but this Guardian of New Benalia will do things. No attacks, and the turn. Ooh. Thinking about it. Let's see how much we can get them to waste. Excellent. Looking good. Let's put it on the Guardian. I'm on 16, right? So no attacks. And the turn. See what they want to do. Thundering Raiju. So predictable. Yeah, my turn. We'll put in the Valiant Veteran and the Thalia. Yeah, there we go. Screw you, Mono Red Aggro. Not today. Not today. Get out of here. Hang on, that's MTG Malone's catchphrase. I'll come up with something else. So that's the deck. I went 4-1 today. I've had to cut the recording slightly short because I'm on a bit of a time pressure at the moment. But I wanted to get a video out today, and the deck's really good. Apart from that one game where I decided that I had to draw all the lands for eternity, this deck is really strong. Myrel, as a 3 of, ridiculously strong. And even though opponents were often finding a way of getting rid, I think even making room for a 4th copy is really good, because it means, oh, I can just, even if I have another one in my hand, I could just swing in with the first Myrel, and if they do deal with it, I can just play the second, not a problem. Also, with Selesnya Toxic and Abzan Toxic being a big part of the format, and Annex Entry not able to target this, it's really, really good. Lay Down Arms is a bit of an interesting one. I think there is an argument that instead of playing Lay Down Arms, you play Ossification. It does cost 1 more mana, but you can target anything, any creature or planeswalker. I think it's creature or planeswalker. Ossification. But because we play 20 planes anyway, it means that it doesn't really matter. Yeah, target creature or planeswalker. And the opponent controls until Ossification leaves the battlefield. So I would probably play Ossification over that. Although with Thalia, Ossification then costs 3. So your mileage may vary on that. With Mono Red still being around, both in the form of Mono Red Burn and Mono Red Aggro, Guardian of New Benalia is an absolute must in the deck. Even if you're discarding cards, you will discard the more expensive stuff to keep yourself in the game. Brutal Cathar at the moment, not brilliant in the current meta, given the amount of cheap removal that there is, and having to pay 3 to sink into this spell. But I think all the same, you still want to play it. And in fact, if you can play Siege Veteran then Brutal Cathar, for example, to give it a good boost, you can put Brutal Cathar out of range of a lot of those spells. Yes, I am using the Dice Doomblade argument as to why you might not want to play 4 copies of Brutal Cathar. Maybe play 3 instead and put the Myrel at 4. The mana base is brilliant. I would not touch this. I think 4 Mishra's Foundry is perfectly acceptable, even though you are playing 4 copies of Laydown Arms, although you may want to switch to Ossification. At first, when I saw 25 land, I thought that might be a bit too many, but you absolutely want to hit 4 mana by turn 4 to play Myrel. You absolutely want the mana to play Mishra's Foundry, so I think 25 is correct. With the switch to Ossification and the fact we do play Thalia and Myrel, not Benalia, Thalia and Myrel, there is an argument that perhaps you could go down to 19 planes and play a second Eiganjo. There's also an argument that you can maybe go down and take out a couple of things here and there. So you can play Scrove and give your things protection or hexproof from other things. Your mileage may vary on that, given that Scrove can't block, and Scrove is also not soldier, and having soldiers in the deck is kind of important. But, you know, test it out and see for yourself. That's it from me. If you're wanting other decks that you're looking to climb with, why don't you check out this Selesnya aggro list that's been doing the rounds recently and is absolutely dominating. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Bye-bye.